Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Coming to you live, 0400 hours, 37 minutes, Sunday, March 24th, 2019. This is a new revelation, and I'm starting to understand why is it good to engage into discuss that is different from your point of view as a single man at the age of 36. The greatness of me is still to come. This is why I spit, spew, pour it on with you are great. You are the $1 million dream. Dominion. Dominion. Do you know what dominion means? That has been started from the 6th and 5th century. Remember, that's the years. Remember, we have BC, we got BCE, and we have AD. BC is before Christ, and the E is for era, ERA, compared to ERROR. And so AD is Annual Dominion. That's after Christ. Dominion, domination, dom, denominator. And then we have Democrat. And if you study the word, this is why I keep telling people we are so programmed. Here's my example. I was talking to the Puerto Rican guy yesterday, and he invites me over. I don't know why, but I'm learning because this is what evil does. And yes, he's evil. And they course you into battles. See, their battle is verse, is well versed. Is well versed to the point they draw you in. And if we want to understand what happened in slavery, look at our society of women. I keep holding women more accountable to men because dominion is to dominate. And if you have dominion, it means sovereign. That's why we were never supposed to have religion. We were never supposed to be controlled, remote controller. You point a direction, you aiming at it, and it sends out a signal in a frequency to say this is what you're supposed to do. And then that's what happened during religion. It's sent out and saying this is what you so no, we was always supposed to be free. Think about how you always say we don't want law for who? I don't need to be told that if I'm in the street and just say we're gonna do the now, we ain't gonna do the old days because we always in the now, and people say I don't want to do about just let's forget about the just don't use the past for a minute. You're minding your business, you're doing what you're going to work, you're paying your bills, you follow. Just say it was no rules, but let's say it was just people sitting in front of you. Now, somebody walked by you, maybe there's not an etiquette of a word, excuse me, and you bump into them, would you not show some type of understanding? Because I'm not even going to use the words. We living in as we're living in now without these words. Think about what we're doing. So you're telling me you're not going to be so not thoughtful of what you just did. You're not going to make no gesture towards the person to say that was my fault. You're not going to get into a vehicle and you're not going to think about, okay, make sure that I'm doing things so I can kill myself. The first time we seen somebody die in a vehicle and then it got reported, then when we finally got to see it, you can say, oh, I can see why rules, some rules, some regulations, some policies, some type of it would make sense in your own mind. I don't need a book to tell me because remember, at first sense was common. Before we created all these different things, the things we had was common to us. This is not coming out as I had it in my head. This is new. And I'm gonna do more research on this. This is gonna be part of my fillers of understanding even individual takes like anno domini. That like when did we start having a God? Christ like Christian, Christianization, the French, the British. How I keep saying all these things. See, it sounds crazy because it's in the rawest form. It's as we doing a prototype. But everything else already Christianization been mastered already. We have the religions. We have the rule. We already man dominated. They don't have to go step back. All they gotta do is move forward. They're like, I gave y'all. I'm already controlling you people, so I don't have to go back and go assess what I'm doing. No, I gotta pick down the new order, the supreme order, the new rule, the new world order. That was the whole purpose of it, to bring order and control over people, the perfect controlled society. See, you think I'm just saying these things just to say them. But if you watch and pay attention, your children is going to be in this. Every year, every generation is the new making of it. They know they're controlling you on how to have your seed. They're telling you this is how you're supposed to get married, and you're living on a free earth, right? You came into the earth naked with nothing. You can't think about this, but you're being dominated. You came to this earth naked and nothing. Nothing. You didn't need to. I don't. You don't. Hold on. Think about this. Come on now. Just use your mind. Use your brain for your own. Use your own. Make common sense common again to you and this. You came onto this earth. This earth. You were naked. You were born with nothing. 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 Think about it. Nothing. If you born with nothing, how on this whole earth you keep on working towards things that right now I'm living in a building with four walls, the floors. If that get tore down, I'm still here. Don't matter what. That the whole purpose of it is now because it's cold out and it's winter time. Yes, I am protected from the coldness or the cold. And then we created other things. We created things. Come on, think about it. We created things for us to be warm. We were allowed by our creator to create. It was no rule. It was never to control us. Now listen to the word. We using the word sovereignty, reign. Why? Why would he want to come over us and just to have that is controlled in? So that's saying that we are born onto this earth to be controlled. That's what you're saying. But you keep saying you want free. See, even in your understanding, you don't even get it. Freedom, freedom, dome, DOM can be doom, or it's to keep you covered. Covered under what? I don't need to. Only covering I need to be is in this protect me from this cold air right now. But the understanding that I need somebody and some things to keep me what is this money? What is going on in these vacations? See, we put a lot of stop. Why you think all these kids are depressed, anxiety? Women don't even think they're beautiful anymore. You cannot women that don't do nothing, and even women that do natural have a problem. I was just saying this on my Instagram. It's oness1_716. ONESS, the underscore sign 716. I even wrote, how are the women that's supposed to be the good women are so influenced by the bad women? They're enjoying what the bad is doing. I'm not gonna enjoy nothing the bad man. So as a man on this earth, that's supposed to be the yin and yang part is stability. And the woman part is fertility. My friend, even not even the guy, not even my friend. I'm gonna call him my friend because even the devil is my friend. See, I'm learning from the devil. See, his name mean Lucifer. I'm learning from Lucifer. See, we scared to go. We talk about we'll fight Lucifer. No, you won't. You can't even talk to Lucifer, and you already doing what Lucifer will do to you. You want to fight him. Why you don't want to learn what Lucifer knows first? See, because you have been dominated. You need to be scared. You gotta have a fear. I don't fear nothing that was created as I was. And you know why there's a Lucifer? Lucifer is evil for no love. Lufus, Lufi, life, Lucifer, Lueph. Go look that up. Lueph. Luf, lo, if, life. See, that's what I got to study now. That's just the beginning of the knowledge I just picked up, and I'm going to seek for this knowledge, which we are now doing. Why wouldn't you want to sit in a room? See, we are so quick, but isn't it funny? Look about how live can be flipped around. If we read it right to left, it's evil. It's funny how you love negative. It's funny how we say Lucifer, Satan, the devil, have dominion over the earth, which he don't. Mother Nature does. Fertility, that means grow. And Lucifer can be flipped to life. So isn't that a trans? Isn't that just a reverse? So you want to be good, but you don't know what's the reverse of good. It's dog. Take out the O, just as they did Doom, because they gave you freedom. So with good, take out the O and then say God. Flip it around as dog, and dog means demon. See, I'm going to stand by that because it's going to reveal to you. That's why you love negative. What's the first thing we do with each other? We are when we be negative. That's why the word being is important. It's an action word. It's all of the verbs or nouns or whatever you want to put category. You can't put it in one category because it's showing you life. Being is here. It's in the now. It's in the present. It's in the past tense. You can't take it. You can't add to it, and you can't subtract from it because it's a continually going. Its structure is built. See how we cannot take away from it. So why wouldn't I want to be around a guy that's going to be well versed or only try to keep me stagnant because all that it is a program. So as we was talking, he kept telling me my preference is only black. And this is how I know we're powerful. I told you I'm going to be jumping around real quick because it's fairly new. Dominion, remember that. Go study that. The etymology of the word dominion, Google the word, go to the library and keep typing in dominion, and you're going to keep reading where the words come from. You can't stop there. And that's the source of studying and the seeking to research, to search out what is there, research, to do it again. They told me, but I'm going to do it myself. That's when you become educated, is to go out. And he kept trying to fit me in a box. I love black. I wanted my son to be black. So I want my son to be of African descent. I don't want my son to be polluted and diluted. I don't want my son and daughter. And if I can't have that, I don't want it. That's control over my choice. See, if we're not in the world, why is everybody so intimate that us, the ones that been beat down to the most, keep being diluted and mixed with all the races? Why are people so adamant that we be, and why we create the word closed minded? See, you only open minded if you open to their program. See, I'm no longer open to their program. That's why I say fake woke, fake conscious, all these people that's out there. That's why I say enlightened or awakened or aware, because we are still sleeping blinded by the steel curtain. See, we're awakening from the slumber. So he's constantly going to keep programming me as he is. He's Puerto Rican. He's so strong in his Boricua. The first in Puerto Rico, he said Puerto Rico was with me. And I said, yes, but I want to go to the actual island. He kept trying to punch it in. But then I said, I let him talk. Because then I said, you trying to punch yours in. Why can't I have my Africanism in me? And he said, I just want you to be happy. I said, no, you don't. You want me to be as you are. See, you are okay with your people being dominated because your people was already dominated. You are okay with colonization. That's why y'all are called Puerto Ricans. See, you no longer desire to keep what you have in you. And the more and more you mix yourself, the less and less of the culture. Because I said I want to go for the culture. He said I am. I said no. But I didn't say this to him. I go as a fire is to learn what the enemy because I want a response because I need to know an answer. See, people as me need to know an answer. If you need to know an answer, they're going to tell you what your answer that they want you to have. They're not going to tell you the whole truth. That's why I say if you're going to study and research, study for the all truth. And so I'm learning there he's programmed. If somebody really not programmed, they don't challenge you on your preference. They don't. If he try to use the Constitution, so no race, no greed, no preference. No, I have one. If you don't have one, that's fine. Then I say to the other person, why can I have a preference? Why am I reached you? I'm not restricting myself from what I want. I'm going after and going to gang of what I want. And if I don't get it in the process, that is okay with me. That's why I say even with the process you're going through, you have to say some things are okay. Just as I spoke to another man, he don't want to be the black woman, quote unquote African descendant woman, quote unquote black. And I said, that's on you. But don't tell me that the women don't like, if they don't like you, there's a different approach. But you got to remember, she's programmed as well. Through our woman that we lose the nation. So through the birth of that's why the movie Birth of a Nation. Now, if we go back to Democrat and Republican is the original party. You gotta look this up. I had it. It was the federalism or the federalists or you got to look this up because I still got to do some more research on it. It wasn't called Democratic, and there was no republic. It was a federal. Why do you think we got federal and state taxes? Federal is the higher power above the state. So the Republican Party is the higher power over the Democratic. The Republican Party brought in all the rules and the Democratic Party basically backed it up. Because remember, it was called the Republic Democrat. Until the party switched off because they had to get control. So who was the first people they focused towards the Democrat? The Democratic Party is not evil. It's set by the Republic. It's the same party. People like just get rid of the Brexit. Let's add that to get rid of the Democratic Party. Well, is you gonna get rid of the Republican Party? Because if you just get rid of one party, we still have the other parties available to still rule over us. That's what has been commenced. They had to make one party seem stronger and it felt like it was killing us. Republican Party was doing the same thing. They're passing because you gotta remember, a law has to go into place. All the parties have to agree upon the law, correct? So that's where the program. I have to agree upon of what they're doing to me. So I hope you got some understanding. Remember, it's Dominion. Look up Dominion, study the word Dominion, and all the little prefixes. You got to use the etymology of the word. See, in English language, it won't show you that. It'll say it come from Indo, so Indonesian, French, and Spanish. Spanish, the French has a lot to do with the colonization. That's how they got. He don't even realize he's Puerto Rican, but to get Dominican and to get Cuban, you have the Indonesian and you have the French that colonized with the Tainos. Then take out the French. So if you take out the French and colonize with the Tainos, the Boricuas, then you have the Puerto Rican. Now, if you take that out and then you bring in the Spaniards, come on now, let's go. Don't tell me this stuff. You can't tell me what I'm saying do not make no sense to what you're thinking. So what I say unto one, what I say unto all, if your path is your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. And I want you to say, guard your child. Your child is under attack on these internet. You don't even hear these signals and frequencies that's being put in our brains and our minds anymore. You don't even hear it. I hear it. I was just watching this one thing, and it said domination in the voice, and it was a song, and it was kept saying, "I'm a do-" it reminded me of the Tory Lane, just to remake everything. He said, I was just listening to the song. He said, "Da na 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 da." That sounds like the Rihanna song. So it's the same things repeated over and over. We enjoy the same music. And new music, unless it's been engineered to dominate and control us, we won't like it. That's why the beat is so important. I even spoke, I'm gonna say it again. The beat shouldn't be more important than the lyrics of no song. Shalom. No, the new word that was given to me was arashu. I'm gonna keep saying it for a reason. This is a new word, and I haven't found the understanding. I found words that's predicated to the word. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong, but I haven't found the word that when you say it and when it's worded out, it's spelled arashu. I'm gonna say arashu, and I don't study the arts of. Put it this way: whatever we call demonic on this earth is not truly demonic. Voodoo is not demonic. It's not evil. The things that we do and say are not demonic and evil. It could either give life or it can change life.